What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. For the third time this season, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 50 points, and the NBA leading Oklahoma City Thunder routed the Phoenix Suns 140 to 109 Wednesday night to improve to 40-9 on the year. I believe that's the best record in the NBA. I think Cleveland is 40-10, at least last time I checked. According to stats research, Shai became the ninth player in NBA history to score at least 50 points 3 times in a 7-game span. He had a career high 54 against Utah on January 29th and 52 at Golden State a week ago. It's been about 41 years since Bernard King had that back-to-back 50-point explosion in Texas when they were on the road with the Knicks. I think the first opponent was, I know the opponents was Spurs and Dallas. I think the Spurs were first. But anyway, I'm pretty sure one of those guys is Will Chamberlain. The other guy might be Kobe. The other guy might be Mike. Maybe Rick Barry. Maybe James Harden. Anyway, in this game, of course, Kevin Durant did not play. Supposedly had a sprained left ankle. I think that was really just maybe them sitting him because of the potential for him to be possibly traded. I don't know. Anyway, Durant himself is on the verge of making history. He's just 26 points shy of 30,000 for his career. Of course, Shai is a candidate for the MVP award. If he wins it, this will be the first time that he's ever won it. I think that he's the leading candidate at this point in time. I understand Jokic is still having a great year, but what Shai is doing in combination with the Thunder's success, I think puts him clearly, in my opinion, at the head of the table when it comes to the MVP conversation. Bradley Beal, led Phoenix with 25 points. Devin Booker had 19, and Royce O'Neal had 18. They have now lost 3 games in a row. And for the season, Shai is leading the NBA in scoring. For a while it was Giannis, but Shai has come on with an absolute tear as of late. He's averaging a leading 32.8 points per game. He's also averaging 5.3 rebounds and 6 assists per night. He's shooting a blistering 53.5% from the floor, 35.2% from three-point range, and 90% from the free throw line. He has a PER rating of 31.4. And his career averages in his young career, he's only 26 years old, and 434 games, 23.9 points per game, 4.8 rebounds, 5 assists. And, last year, the last 2 years, he's been on another level. And this will be the third year in a row that he's averaging over 30 points a game. As a matter of fact, let me see something here. If you take out his first year in the NBA, right, when he was with the Clippers, with OKC, so far in his career, he's averaging 27 points a night, 5.3 rebounds, 5.4 assists, 1.5 steals, 50% shooting, 35% from downtown, 86% from the line. Superstar numbers, you know what I'm saying? I understand you can make the argument that it's easy to score in today's era. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, the guy's putting up big-time numbers in a very, very competitive league, in a very, very competitive Western Conference. And, you know what I'm saying, the thing I like about Shai, and I understand there's some things about him that are a little bit questionable, like his apparel or whatever, but at the end of the day, you don't see people like him crying about they need help. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a media There's not a media campaign every day, every week, screaming to the heavens that he needs help. He's not playing with a team where anybody that is his teammate is an all-star at this point. Now, I guess Chet Holmgren has that possibility. He has that potential, but he's not going to be one this year, right? Just coming back from injury. He's playing with good players. And to me, you can be a superstar and win a championship if you're surrounded by the right personnel. They have to be good players. To me, I think that if you're playing on a team where you have 4 or 5 really, 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 really good teammates and everybody fits on the team perfectly and everybody knows their roles, I think that's better than having 2 or 3 superstars and mediocrities in every other position. I mean, we've seen that before. We've seen teams excel in that role, like when there's one dominant player and you really can't classify anybody else in the team as a superstar or an all-star at that point. Like, 95 Rockets, 94 Rockets. Yeah, you had Clyde Drexler, but at that point in time, he wasn't no longer an all-star. He was really good. You know what I'm saying? Allen Iverson, we saw what he did in 2001. And he was the only guy that could really score the ball like that. So, Shai kind of reminds me of one of those guys that just go out there and perform. You know what I'm saying? Gets it done. And you also got to, in this situation, also give praise to the OKC general manager, man. Done a phenomenal job of building this team. And I just saw that they signed, was it them or was it? No, I take that back. It was Boston. It was Boston that just signed, I take that back. It was Boston, right? Yeah, it was Boston. I'm going to say the Thunder signed Torrey Craig. It was actually Boston Celtics. But, man, the Thunder have a great team, man. And they're loaded. They're young. You know what I'm saying? They're athletic. And they're dangerous. And they're just mollywopping the league right now. Absolutely just mollywopping the NBA. And to me, the only competition that they have, in my opinion, serious competition, I don't think the Rockets can beat them. Okay? I just don't think the Rockets can beat them in a series. I think they'd be a tough out, but I think the Thunder would beat them like in 6. But I think the only competition they really have is Cleveland. Milwaukee could do something if they get their act together with these acquisitions. The Knicks, I'm not sold on. I'm not sold on the Knicks. And Boston are pretenders, in my opinion. So, I think that the creme de la creme of the NBA are the Thunder and the Cavaliers. And isn't that interesting how the 2 former teams of the biggest deck stackers in the NBA, possibly NBA history, Kevin Durant and LeBron James, their former teams, through the ordinary piecemealing of teams and drafting and the right smart trades and development of talent, the way it was done the old-fashioned way. Isn't that interesting how these 2 teams possibly could collide in the finals, where all that deck stacking has gotten those other guys really not much of anything? Yeah, KD won the 2 championships, but what has he done since then? And LeBron had the Mickey Mouse ring. What has he done since 2016? Anyway, that's all I got to say about it.